Really pleased for the players who played. It was a very big occasion for them, as you can imagine. So many players making their debut together, and to perform in the manner they did and win the game and put us through to the next round makes it an incredibly satisfying evening for us all.
To be honest, I thought the performance was really good. We had, for myself, I didn't know as many of the boys as a lot of them, but those boys playing week in, week out for the 21s, and there's a good click and there's a good group there. And then we only had a day or two to work with each other, but our performance was really good for that.
The gaffer told us to keep the ball. We know the way we play. Use the midfielders, get on the ball and keep the ball. But no, we didn't expect to really keep the ball. But that's our game plan. So I think even against any side, we're gonna play the way we play.
The attitude of the players was to play the game very aggressively. You saw how intent we were to try and make it, I suppose, a really attacking game. Arsenal have clear qualities, for academy of their nature. But our lads showed amazing quality, and at the point of the sending off, I felt we were at our most dangerous, where we were starting to create really good chances. Luke Pearce, in particular, had a really positive impact because he can score the goals and decide games, and I suppose his impact was probably the most deciding factor. He was going to score a goal, and obviously to have the red card made it difficult for the opponents.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a really pleasing performance and a great win at the end of the day, and gets us through to the next round.
I think the manager he's given us all belief that we can step foot on this pitch one day. Luckily, I've made my debut, so he's given me that opportunity already. He's the only manager that has. But yeah, I think the mood around the Vale and the academy is just such a buzz, because we all know there's always a chance we can play.
We have a clear idea of what it looks like to play for Cardiff, and the coaches who've done all the work. I've worked with this team for 24 hours, so it's down to Darren. Obviously, Gavin Chesterfield helped me a lot, and Darren Purse did all the work with myself yesterday, and Matt Bloxham. So you want that genuine collaboration where everybody feels part of something special, and we're still in the very early stages of trying to become the club we want to be. But for all the players to show so much passion and fight for a game like this was very satisfying.
Even in our dressing room now, we've got such a young squad. There's a lot of boys like Ronan and stuff who are young, but being out there today and probably being the oldest player on the pitch was a weird feeling, but I felt alright, to be fair. It wasn't too bad.
When I've been playing 21s, I've been playing right wing a few times this season, picked up a few goals. Obviously didn't pick up the goal from right wing, picked up from left back, but I don't mind wherever I play for the team. I'll do a job wherever.
Well, you probably saw some of the senior members of our squad in the stands: Callum Robinson, Chris Willock, Will Fish, Callum Chambers. So those players are equally as important. But really, we do have a huge amount of belief in, I suppose, the special nature of how many players from this city are now involved in our club at first team level. And while these players are clearly very young players, they've seen what's gone before them. So Capaccio, Lawler, Caldwell, all those guys. We want that to be an inspiration to the next not generation, but next cohort of players deeper down in the academy, and to see those players then pick up the mantle and play in the way they did is obviously it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I think we're obviously a young squad. It was our 21 side tonight, so I think there's no expectations really. I think if we all know our capabilities, we all know what we can do. So I think if we'll back each other every single minute of the way. So yeah.
Yeah, the academy itself has been great, and it's produced a lot of players. The likes of the Caldwells in the first team now, and Ronan, Dill, everyone else. So the academy's doing a great job, and you can see tonight there's so many young prospects coming through. It's going to be a bright future.
I think for us, simply, we want to be really clear this season that we have a go off every single game. We had quite a disappointing Saturday where we felt as if we had a game we should have won and we didn't win. And the feeling the following day is one of real disappointment. And as long as we keep bouncing back from that and trying to put it right, this was the next game for us, so we wanted to be really competitive. And lucky for us, we had a group of players who shared that hunger for the game, as you referenced. And the energy that we displayed in front of what was a pretty big crowd for this competition, to get a crowd like that in our stadium in this weather for a game which is not perceived as being as important as the League or Cup games is very significant, and to play the way we did was probably a sign of how desperate we were to play well and win.